Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host Frank the Tank, and today we bring a contour gauge. It's pretty much for corners that you want to get shapes and you want to be able to cut them properly. This is the inexpensive version of it. I didn't get the real one. I went to Amazon because this one actually came with extra stuff. So I'm gonna post it up here, but it's pretty much the same as the other ones. It's just a different brand. That's pretty much what I'm getting. So I'm going to open it up and see what you get when you purchase them like this, and if it's even worth it. And we're going to do a little test here on a couple of corners that I cut here. So let's go ahead and do that. So first of all, I'm going to open it up. They give you two pencils, and these are like flat pencils for corners, all right? If you guys can see that, right? So not bad. And there's some Chinese that says, this is not, no, I don't know. I don't read. I'm just messing around with you guys. So, and they give you a little ruler. It's a metal ruler. I like aluminum ruler actually, so it's in its cover. Not that bad. And then the reason I got it is because you get two of them. So let's open it up and see what you get when you purchase them like this. So you get one and you get two, and then I guess this is a piece from one of these that fell off or something. It's not supposed to be off, but we'll find out where it belongs to. But that's not good off the bat when you have an extra one, or it might be a replacement. So let's see if it's missing any of these, and it looks like it's a replacement if you guys can see it. So they give you an extra one. They all seem like they're in place. So let me unlock it, put it down, and they all seem like they're good. I mean, I don't see anything off right now. I guess they give you a replacement in case you break one or something. Not bad. I'm not going to take this apart, of course. There's screws that you can take apart. There's a couple rulers in here, and that's just a smaller one. So let's put everything aside. So they give you an extra piece in case you break it. They give you the instructions and how to and everything, and a couple pencils and a ruler, and they give you two different sizes, of course, the larger one and the smaller one, and they give you a little extra piece in case you do break it. So I guess these are very fragile, I guess, in the past or something, or somebody has an issue that they started adding this. That's not bad. That's not bad. So you get this large one, and you go unlock it and lock it in. So unlockers right now, it's pretty much unlocked right now. So I'm gonna push it all the way to the back. Well, it's a little stiff, so just to let you guys know, off the box, it's a little stiff. I'm gonna try to line it up, make sure it does line up properly, and looks like it is lining up properly. And you can see a little curves and stuff like that you miss. So that's just one side. That's not bad. And we're gonna do a little test on it, of course. And then you got inches to centimeters and whatnot, and then you can lock it in and it won't move. It's supposed to not move. So this is a made plastic. They have a better version which is a metal version. What you're gonna use it for, it shouldn't be that bad to use it. I mean, the small one is not that bad too. So I'm gonna open it up. We're gonna push them all to the end. You can't push them all to the end. Let's see if I can put a pencil and just do the pencil itself, lock it in. And that's just the pencil I did right now, and it did get a pencil, but it's gonna crooked from my angle, but you can push it in two different angles and trace in two different places. We're gonna do that with a piece of paper, and we're gonna do that with a piece of wood, see if it's even worth it. So let's go ahead and do a test on it, and we're gonna start with the larger one, of course. And there's different angles, and you guys make sure you guys read the instructions in here exactly how to trace it, because it has to be a certain flat degrees to trace it. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we have a piece of paper, guys, and I got a piece of wood. It's not the best cut, if you guys can see that. It's not the best cut, all right? So I am gonna do a little pencil run, if you guys can see it, just so you can see it. And that's pretty much what I'm tracing. I'm just gonna give you guys a little demo of what I'm tracing and what the other system could trace out of it. So a little tracing method, all right, a little demo here if you guys can see it. So the paper, it goes all the way over here. So we're gonna go ahead and trace this with this system on it, all right? So I'm gonna unlock it. So we're gonna see if we can trace this, and it's unlocked right now, but that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to trace this completely, and I don't think I could go all the way down. Here it goes. It's a little stiff, so I'm gonna try to see if I can put it all the way through. And of course I couldn't get the whole thing in here, but I'm getting certain degrees in here. I'm trying to fit it all in, and this is a little stiff, guys. It's not off the bat, it's not gonna be a perfect thing, but if you can see it took a shape of it, right? And we're gonna see how traceable it is. All right, so we're gonna lock it in, and we're gonna do a little side comparison note here. All right, now you can see it. So I'm gonna see how well it traces. So I'm gonna move it just parallel to it. All right, not too much, parallel to it. And it ends here. So if you can see it, a little parallel to it, you're gonna see these little angles. So parallel to it, if you can see it, this is the original one, and this is the end of it because I couldn't fit the whole wood in here. So I'm just gonna trace it again. If you can see it, this is the original one, so you can see it. All right. So this is line 1. The original one is right here. The second one is it's a little crooked, but to be honest with you, it works a little bit. We're gonna even flip. We could even flip it around and do another trace on it on the other way, opposite way, in case you got to do it the opposite way. But I'll be honest with you, this thing is very stiff. It's really stiff. It's really hard. I had to push it in there to get the trace right. It will work. I mean, for corners, I think it's gonna work, but I don't like that it has a little steps on here, and of course you're gonna have to go back and maybe trace it with a better ruler or something. But it does work, but it's gonna present some problems because look at this. It's unlocked right now, right? We have it unlocked, and it's very stiff, very hard to put it back. See, that's how hard it is. And in case if you want to do it again, so we're gonna do another angle again, and we want to stiff it in this, and maybe grab the you have to put the wood, or you have to put the wood down, of course. And we're gonna try to see if we could do this again, and see how you have to actually teach the system to push. It's not very, it doesn't grab a good angle of it. There's a little gap in there. If you want to be precise, I wouldn't probably use this, to be honest with you. It's a failed tool, to be honest. I mean, as a wood craftsman, people like to make sure you get the right angles. I try to cut a piece right here. Of course, this is a messed up piece of wood, of course, but I'm trying to get those degrees, those angles that they keep advertising. This is a little stiff, so I think it's a fail on this one. Maybe the other one that I'm gonna buy, another one, maybe it'll be a little looser, but this thing is just like super hard, super stiff in there, and I can't even fit it in there properly. I can't even get the proper cuts, if you guys could see that. So off the bat, I can't even get the, if I want to do a cut, precise cut, this is what you're gonna get, and you're gonna be off. You're gonna be off by a couple centimeters, and it's not gonna be very accurate. This, I could see this maybe being used for hardwood floor, maybe a little corner. If you can't really get the precise cut, it might be useful. But I mean, this is really stiff. They're really hard as it is. Look, I'm loose right now. If you can see that, I got it loose already, and to push it down, it's a little hard even to start with. I mean, and if I want to say I want a shape of a bottle here, there's an air can here, and I just want to get a precise shape of that, and I push it in. Let me see if I can push it in. Push it in. And then let's see how precise it is. So I'm gonna trace I'm gonna turn the paper around. We're gonna trace half of the moon at least. And I did precise lock this one in. Lock it in, and we're gonna go in here. We're gonna see if I kind of messed up on the circle, but I'm gonna show you the difference on the circle. And it's smaller. If you can see it, it actually changes the whole angle, unless you flip it the other way, and the other way it's going to be probably even far worse. Yeah, so it's not grabbing. This is, I messed up a little bit on this one, but I just want to show you guys how precise it is. And if you can see these angles here, it's way off. It's like a couple centimeters off. I mean, you're gonna have to retrace that one and recut it yourself on if you want to be precise cut. I wouldn't 100% count on these systems because they're useful for guiding you to the actual proper measurements, but you're gonna have to finish the rest of it by straightening out the lines, because these are not precise, of course. And this one's a little stiff. I mean, maybe if you put some oil on it, maybe if I decide to keep it, I'm gonna put oil on it, but they're really tight, every single one. I can't even put it back down or anything like that. And if I want to, and it's basically you have to push the whole system in there. I'm pushing it with maybe a couple, and it's very stiff. Everything's really tight in here. It's like not like what they say in the commercials where it just automatically glides in there. This is the price you pay when you get a cheap version of it. It's not metal, it's all plastic, and I believe this is a fail for me. So so it comes with an extra package. I like how they put all these packages together. They give you the pencil and stuff like that, and a couple instructions and using steps how to use it. But overall, it's not the best of the best, to be honest with you. You might as well just start using your own guidance. And of course, I like that they give you the extra one, but I think it's just too stiff in there. It's not loosened up. It could be a factory issue. It could be that, you know, it just all plastic and there's not enough friction in there to actually loosen it up. But other than that, if you guys have any questions or any comments, let me know. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and we're out.